guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you how to make a jump scare. Now an example is this is the one that I literally just made. If you type in anyone's do this, and this is my username, my display name. If you type this in, it will do the goofy ass jump scare.
Ooga booga, ooga booga.
I'll teach you how to make that exact thing happen. So the first thing you're going to need is a vector component. So just spawn that in right here. The next thing you're going to need is a respawn chip. You need it right here. You need a player head orientation. Here we go. And I'm pretty sure that you need player head position. These are the things you need. So you connect this to this. You don't need this right now. I'm pretty sure you connect this one right here. You connect this one right here. So now if you press this, it will spawn directly where your head is. And look how much we're progressing already, just from those simple steps. Now, I don't know if you don't know how to get your share cam out, you can go to home, backpack, and then get your share cam out right here. I'll just grab it from my back. Now, I'm going to select this picture. This is the picture I just made for that one. You can see it's a picture of Baby Scout from Team Fortress 2. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to measure exactly how far that is from my face, so it covers my entire screen. So it's right here. So I'm going to freeze this, and I'm going to make a black surrounding around it, just like so. You can make it as wide as you want. I just resized it so it perfectly fits around your screen. Just like this. Remove this right here. And move this right here. So now that that's done, we're gonna clamp it. So get your clamp. And we're gonna unfreeze this and connect it right here. You're gonna connect this part right here. So now you have your base for the jump scares. This is what you're gonna see when you get jump scared. So if I measure exactly how far this is from my face, I'll know where to put it. So I can put this right here. It'll cover my screen, just like so. Then I can connect. Actually, I think you should connect. You should connect this to this. Connect this to this. This to this. Connect this to this. So now it's all connected to the vector component. So now if I press respawn, the jump scare will show up in my face. Now as you can see, it has collision, and that's what we don't want. So we're gonna go into this. You're gonna press configure, or right here, select this, go to physics mode, and turn on decoration. So now I can just walk right through it. So you can, the way I'm making this work, you can do it in a bunch of different ways, but it's just the way I'm gonna do it. You're gonna get an audio player, and you're gonna get a sample audio. You can make this sample audio anything you want. I'm just using this for the tutorial. So you're gonna get your sound effect, which I'm just gonna do a random noise. Okay, ready? Good enough. So upload a sample. Connect this to here. There we go. We have our audio for the jump scare. Now what we're gonna do, we're going to get a trigger volume. just like so. Then we are going to, oh no. Okay, good. Right, then we are going to spawn just any object. I think it's better if you do it with tags, which stops it from like making the jump scare happen more often. So I'm going to give this tag ABC. You can make the tag anything you want. And then if we go into the trigger volume, we can, I don't know where it is exactly, but you can use filter by tag ABC. Just like so. So now it will only detect objects that use ABC. So when object entered, we're going to use an if chip. We're going to use if, just like it looks like this. We need get, I'm pretty sure it's called get audio player is playing. Something like that. Where is it? Audio player is audio player get playing. Just like this. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna connect this target to this right here so it knows which audio player to choose. So right now this is false. But then if I play this, it becomes true. That's what we're gonna use to make it so that this follows your face. So now we're going to get a animation controller right here. Oh, we're gonna move it right here, whatever. Then we're gonna put this right here, connect it to, I feel like we should connect the trigger volume for safe measures. So we're gonna add this, scroll this right here, remove these two, 0.1, remove this, add a bunch of frames right here, move that across there. So as you can see, it moves very, very fast. So now we're gonna make it detect so that when this is done, it's gonna make that go to your face. So object entered, if condition audio is playing, then this. So now, if you play, if you play this, it will detect, I don't even know what I'm saying, I'll just carry on. Just stop this real quick. Move this right here. Oh, this is confusing. It won't be in a second, trust me. So now we're going to use a prompt local player. And I'm just gonna, you don't have to do this, I'm just gonna do it anyway. Type in any player's display name. So now we're going to get player by display name. We're going to connect this response to this name. Then we're going to connect this to these two. We're going to connect this target and this target to this player right here. This player on the display to the position and the orientation. So now whoever's username you type here, example, my username is do this, or my display name is do this. So if I typed in do this, show up do this right here, and this will teleport to do this. So let's try it out. Complete. Play. So it's going to detect if it's playing, then that will go here. I'm gonna connect the animation. I don't know if I should make it so that it stops you from moving, because then it would be a little bit smoother. Complete. Play. I don't know if it's gonna work, but let's test it. As you can see, it goes to my face. There we go. Let's see what it looks like without the maker pack. Look how cool that is. So we're gonna make it so that instead of it just floating midair, it'll go back to where it was. We're gonna get another animation controller. We don't really need to do anything for this one, just turn off looping. You're gonna move this right here. And we're gonna connect the vector component to this animation controller. So then, when this audio is finished, play. So now, if you look around, type in my display name, it starts jump scaring me and goes back over there. I'm gonna make things a little bit more difficult now. It's not very difficult. I'm gonna use CV1 now. You're gonna spawn a row chip, configure it, call it whatever you want. For this video, I'm gonna call it DB. I'm gonna press edit roll and set walk speed to 0 and can move to no. Now you're gonna use player add roll and player remove roll. You only need to do this if you want to make it so that it's smoother, so that like it stays directly on your face. For example, you don't want this happening, like you don't want it just following you like that. You only have to do this step if you want it like to work more. You can just connect whatever you want to this to make it work. If you want to stop right there, but this is like for slightly more advanced. So we're gonna go, as you can see right here, it's called DB. We're gonna change both of these values to DB, DB, and DB. So we're gonna connect these two players to this one right here once again. So now, complete, connect to this side on the player add roll, and connect this side to play. So finished, play this, connect this play to this remove roll. So now if I'm correct, if I type in my username, it stops me from moving. So now if you want to connect this to anything you want, you can connect it to a button, you can connect it to trigger handle. And I'm going to show you how to connect them to them both. Very, very simple. Connect pressed to right here. Shows up. And you connect primary action pressed to here. So then when I don't think you can see my trigger, but when I press it, comes up with this. So now let's look at the progress. Press this. My display name. Jumpscare. Hope you like this tutorial. Like and subscribe. More tutorials coming soon. See you later.